Hello everybody and welcome to episode 22 of my Bosporan Kingdom campaign Let's Play for Imperator Rome, the 1.2 Cicero update. Now in the last episode we decided to focus internally, and we actually managed to do that, unlike the last time I said that where we got attacked by 4 different wars all at the same time. We actually did focus internally and built up our economy and our manpower now to pretty good levels. We're at 72,000 manpower, which is about a quarter of the way to where we could get it. We have 1,500 basically income of manpower per month, which is a really nice amount considering we have 190 territories. I'm actually really happy with that amount right now. We also have nearly 2,000 gold, gaining at 80 per month. Again, we were pinching pennies, trying to increase that economy to save Artemidorus Carsid from the dungeons of Sinope. Unfortunately, we failed in that endeavor, and he succumbed to a bunch of ailments and prison itself and tried to get out, and, well, you know the rest. Now, I was looking through some characters because I wanted to know more about Artemidorus Carsid and his children, and Pasca, who also died in a jail cell in Phrygia in the last episode. He knew what he was getting into, that's what I'll keep saying. I'll keep telling myself that each night. But his son is actually on Martial Tech right now. He's a researcher for Martial Tech. His name is Hermogenes Pasca, son of Cleanthes de Decian Pasca, who was, I think, a nephew of the original Cassicles cavalry. So, you know, it kind of falls to this guy to take up the mantle, I think. It'd be good to get another cavalry army raised. He only has 6 martial, but you know what? He is disciplined. He is an original thinker. He doesn't have anything holding back his martial. He just doesn't have anything really of a great baseline martial. But you know what? He's fine. So I'm going to take him off martial. And we're going to put on Athenodorus Carsid, named after his father, who died in the Sinopian jail, which we were talking about. So, same martial, but he can go on that, whereas Pasca, now after studying the martial research for a few years, or for maybe it was actually just a few months, he can now raise his own cavalry. Try to give it his own hand. Try his own hand at it, I should say. So, we're going to go recruit cohorts. We'll do the macro builder for this. So basically what I'm doing is just building up some cavalry, because we lost our cavalry army, of course. So we're going to go with 6 and 6, I think was always good. Actually, I might go 7 and 7. 1, 2, 3. So 7 horse archers and 7 light cav. And we'll merge them together, we'll put them under the reign of Pasca, and we'll use them hopefully in a war. So my plan in this episode is we noticed at the end of the last episode that Macedon has gone to war with Phrygia, as has Cappadocia, Pontus, and a bunch of other countries. Sinope, Trapezus, Arane, there's lots of little countries. Amisos, I think, are up here as well. So I was kind of looking at this thinking, this could be a good time to attack them. Our truce has expired just 2 years ago. They seem busy. They have a lot still, don't get me wrong, but I feel like their armies are probably going to be a bit busy over here, or maybe there's a couple on Macedon right now. We don't really have much to lose, really, if we just throw the navies out into blocking the strait like we did before. They haven't rebuilt their own navy. They seem to have given up on that idea. And maybe we could try and cross and grab this area quick while they're in war. It's a bit crazy to try and do that. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm tempted to give it a go, give it a shot. The fear would be that they actually creep up here and start taking these territories. I don't really have the time to be building forts, I don't think. I don't know if 3 years... Well, we'll give it a go, right? We'll build a fort just in case, but it's going to take, 3 years basically to get that done. Whether or not that's ever going to come into effect, who knows? But maybe it will. So yeah, that's kind of my plan, is to go for them. Now, we're being called into a war from Cotinia, which are the nation over here, which we allied in the last episode, more as a kind of a backstop to make sure that if we don't get attacked constantly, having a big nation allied with us might deter some people. Seems to be working so far. We didn't go to war with anyone in the last episode. They're calling me into a war. They're at war with a bunch. All of these nations kind of like all surrounding us. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to say yeah. And I think they can kind of handle themselves, but should they not be able to, we can kind of come over and help maybe. So I've joined them. New war over here. But I'm not going to play the war music. We're not really going over there to help. If this fort, this is really the only way through. If they come through the fort, or if they want to go through the tribal vassal that is Getia, they could also do that, I guess. We'll have to see if that happens. I think Cotinia are going to do just fine. Look at them. They're raising troops everywhere right now, constantly. Tons of money. Lots of manpower. They're going to be just fine. I'm sure of it. The only fear I would have is like these guys all raising a bunch of mercenaries, I guess. So we'll see. But I honor my alliances, and that's what we're doing today. So yeah, so I'm just trying to think, how quickly should we go to war with Phrygia? Should we just do it right now? Or should we wait a little bit longer? Oh, we need the cavalry to at least get together, come down south. But I'm going to start paying the troops, maybe drilling them a little bit, just get them ready to go over. We'll pay for the forts, of course. We don't want anyone to come through. Don't need to pay for the navy just yet. All right. Might be a bit of a surprise to some, but we're going to go for it. I just have a feeling that we can take this quickly with the amount we've got. You know, we've got a lot of troops, and if it fails, we just fall back, and we've always got the defensive navies here to keep them at bay. I didn't really actually think about this sliver of territory. I don't think they'll go for it. I don't know. They might. We'll have to see. But man, that'd be a great chunk of territory we get. Oh shit! Time was going by as fast as it could. Whoops. Andromedes Europasca died of dysentery at age of 85. Wow. You don't see many males reach that age in this game. So we could get Halkionis Varuka. Recognize that? Son of the Admiral of Baruka's Trident. I love it. I love it when you start to get to really know the families. Like, we have the Europascas now, the Cassicles, obviously the Spartakids, and Barukas are kind of getting a bit more known as well. And I think their sort of prestige kind of matches that as well, which is nice. All right, let's get the boys together. All this cavalry, we're going to put them into a cavalry army. What else do we got? We got low food supply over in Bithynia Inferior. It's actually growing, but there's not much we can do about it. It's the single region territory out there. I just can't do anything about it. We have available decisions to change our government. I don't want to. You know, it's tempting to go for 2 martial ideas ahead of a war like this, but I'm just, I don't want to take the stability hit. I'm okay with it. Considering we've actually got a young-ish governor down here, might be worth changing what he's doing. He's in charge of a lot of stuff. So instead, let's just change his stuff. I've just noticed this now. So slaves, maybe we'll do, they have them on Bleed Them Dry. That's actually okay. Bleed Them Dry. But here Bleed Them Dry, no. Actually, that makes sense there as well. Okay, fine. Bleed Them Dry here, not so much. Gonna go with Borderlands. Get some more manpower out of them. Here, he's trying to just make some money. That doesn't really make much sense. We'll do Bleed Them Dry as well. That causes unrest, but I'm okay doing it. I think we can just get the money out of them. It's fine. And yeah, I'm okay with everything else for now. So you take tyranny hits every time you do that. You take political influence hits every time you do it. Changing it when it's a young governor makes a lot of sense because that's going to be there for a while. If you put a governor in, he's like 50 years old and he changes policies. It's like, well, in 10 years you got to change him again. It's a whole thing. So yeah. All right, so that's all going well and good. We're in a war, but we're chill. Looks like they got it. They got it. Cotinia's got it. Look at them. They're massive. They couldn't have got that big without knowing what they're doing, right? Pretty much. Let's start moving down towards the isthmus. We're going to cross in not too long. I'm going to move the fleets out. Alright, let's pay for them now. Let's have a look at how Phrygia is doing. They are actually kind of overrunning Macedon here, but I can't see anybody, so leads me to believe that we might be okay. You know what would be cool? Let's get Spartacid as our own mercenary. Someone actually, I think a while ago, said that we should do this, and they said they can get really high martial if you do that. I'm not trying to game it, I just think it makes sense. I don't want someone else buying him off. If we're getting ready for a war, I want Spartacid, my son, to be my own, you know? So that's the reason for that. Not trying to game it. Hopefully, I don't want him to get something crazy. Like, if he goes up in martial, that's great, but nothing insane, right? I don't want it to be broken. How are we doing here? So who are we missing? Oh yeah, so we have to put the guy in the cavalry. Sorry, I forgot to do that. So Hermogenes Europasca, there he is. Original thinker, disciplined, scorned family. How dare we scorn a family of such great prestige? Let's get him in there. No problem to him at all. What do we got here? Mercenaries and Tripuscar is second. I feel like I'm missing an army. That's who I was looking for. Leostratus is third. Kind of sucks. But we did that kind of on purpose. Let's just give him a little bit of the extra heavy cav. And a little bit extra horse archer cav as well. Alright, we're still at 60,000, gaining 1,445 each month. Excellent. We can afford inventions. Are they coming across? It doesn't look like I'm under any threat at the moment. Actually, we captured that little pass as well, which is nice. Okay. Cavalry is almost all lined up. Let's just speed time up a bit. Also, if we get into any real big trouble, we can always hire more mercenaries. We have a good bank. I think when our manpower is up enough and our bank is up enough that this makes sense to try. That's basically where I fall down on it. Oh yeah, that's why our money's so good. We have the Omen running right now for national tax. And we've already claimed this area as well, so it just makes sense. It's interesting to see. It looks like Cappadocia and all them, they're doing okay out here. It doesn't look like they've got any forts. Oh no, they do. They do have some forts. They've got 1 or 2. That's good. So Phrygia are busy, you know. Alright, the boys are ready. Let's send them south. A force march them south. They'll be there in no time. Your Pasca's cavalry is coming. Actually, we need to name them. Let's call them your Pasca. Your Pasca's revenge. Because it's his father that died in the Phrygian cell. And we're going to be going to war with Phrygia. And he's leading the cavalry in. So I love it. What should we be sending first? I guess them. Horse archers on the flanks. Makes the most sense. Use deception. There we go. All well and good. Alright. Uh-oh. Spotted an army. Now, we're going to be, I think, going to war for Bithynia Inferior. I think that's what we have a claim on. Let me see. We have a claim on Bithynia Inferior and Heracleotis. That's over here. I think Inferior would be better to go for first. Kind of want them to back off. Who's this? Chios. Are Chios Phrygian? They give tribute to Phrygia. They never fought for them before, though. So there is some stuff crawling around there, that's for sure. This might not be the best idea. We'll just give it a sec. I like the idea that maybe the armies are going off here, trying to deal with this area, and then we'll come in and take stuff real quick, you know? That's generally speaking the plan. Macedon seem to have gotten overrun. I don't know if they've got a fleet. They do have a tiny fleet. Doesn't look like they're bothering coming across anytime soon. Alright, you know what? Let's just go for it. Where's our cavalry? Cavalry's on the way. We don't need them right away. Let's do this. Bithynia Inferior. Let's obviously... Oh, we can call Cotinia. Nice. Let's call both of them. So Egypt and Cotinia are coming to help us now. This is going to be interesting. This might be a huge disaster. Sorry, I was just putting on the war music, of course. Grain. Gonna say no. All right, let's go. Oh, I forgot to drill my troops. Ah, doesn't matter. Whatever. Let's just get in there. So I'm gonna be really careful with these guys, or as careful as I kind of can be, to not step over each other too much, not try and take too much attrition. We want to keep them relatively spread out. There's Spartacus. Spartacus. All right, Phrygia are like, what? Civic advances advance. Awesome. A question of competence. Yep, I can imagine. People are like, you just went... What are you doing? After weeks of nervous looks and smirks at court, the whispers circling the palace have finally reached the ears of the basileus. It seems that someone has been spreading rumors and spinning yarns of unequaled profligacy and unfitness for the throne. The damage has been done. Now I'll look to the basileus, see how he'll deal with the situation. He's lost some popularity there. Our ruler will gain a negative trait. I'm not sure what he gained. Poet? Not really. He was already proud, so I'm not too sure what he gained. Maybe it said he'd lose a negative trait. We did. It looked like we lost one. But you'd think we'd gain one, if anything. Alright, in we go. Here we go. Who's leading the charge? Tamarkid's mercenaries. Tripusker's second. They're in first. I don't see anything coming for us just yet. They're obviously not going to cross. We've got the fleets in place. We don't even really need to be paying for the fleets, but just in case an Asiatic League or someone comes up and annoys us. And we're going to be stealing a bunch of pops. Going to be keeping an eye on that. How's the war going with Cotinia? Apparently okay. 7 war score right now. Looks like some of them are venturing into Getian lands, so we'll have to think about that. Salt. I'll give you as much salt as you want. The freemen from Abasgria. A large group of freemen have left the city of Abasgria Syndica in Thracia to come settle down in Urasa. Hemimontus. Though more manpower could do us good. So we read this literally just in the last episode. So we're going to get 2 Saracian freemen in Korea. Wait. Oh, they moved to... Sorry, yeah. I forgot to read where they actually move. Urasa. There's 2. Guessing it's the one that we own. Yeah, okay. Fine. So we're just going to move in, always keeping our boys together, always making sure they're nice and reinforced. So that if some army comes up against us, we just keep piling in. The cavalry is now here. Your Pasca's revenge. He wants to get in there. He's going to run all the way to the corner. Ah, we can't. There's a fort. We'll have to go for that fort. Alright, let's get moving for that fort then. Want this one to go for the fort. Alright, we're piling over. Some people were saying, you know, why don't you put your armies on independent operations? So I did that recently when I was playing as Egypt. I have something like 20 armies. It's crazy. I put them on independent operations, look away for a while, look back. They're almost all dead. I ain't doing that again. I thought keeping them together, they do well. They just play like the AI. And they do, kind of. But whether it was luck or not, I don't know. They did not pick their battles well, and they died a lot. So I can't risk it. When we don't have much manpower, many troops, or armies in general, it's not a good idea to do. It's perfect for defending territories against rebels or invasions and things like that. But when you're on the offensive, I don't think so. Alright, still no resistance. Still no resistance. Let's keep our guys together. Let's try to get Bithynia inferior as quick as we can. This would be such a huge gain if we get this. I hope Amisus takes that, because if they don't, and I don't get it, that means another war with Phrygia just for that one territory, which would suck. But they might not even be able to get there. Alright, we've begun the siege. I still don't see any Phrygian armies. We saw 1 or 2 just a moment ago. Weird. I was expecting resistance, which is why they're all my armies are here. Like, literally every army. I'm, like, totally ignoring the Cotinia battle. What's our manpower like? We're losing a little attrition, but we're gaining more than we're losing, which is good. Let's move Philip a bit further south. Chamarkin's mercenaries can go to Oka. Let's just start moving that guy there, that guy there, that guy there. Alright. Leather. You can have my leather. Disloyal characters. Orola Orolosus. 2 power. That's okay. He's sponsoring some games right now. No, he's fine. We don't have to worry about him. Alright, this is... Wow, look at this. We're blitzing across. We haven't yet gotten... So these last 2 regions here, I think, will give us what we need. For the war goal. There we go. Take Bithynia inferior. We're not at... We're not at war with these guys, so we don't have to worry about that. So this part of Bithynia inferior we don't have to worry about, but this one we do. Okay, cool. This is going very well. Actually, it's really well. Taking these territories so quickly has been quite nice. Need to just micro these armies just a little bit more. Always have people right behind, ready to go. How's everything else going? Cotinia seem to be fine. They're doing fine. Where's Egypt, actually? I didn't think about that. We need to give Egypt military access. And the same for Cotinia. Just in case they want to come through. Alright, cool. Pretty good. This territory is still here, which makes... I keep looking over here. It's like, oh, there's 2 forts belonging to Phrygia's enemies. So that makes me think, okay, they're still probably over there now. Maybe. Now Egypt are coming up. Some of them are marching north. Some are going south. They have some people on boats. I don't know what they're doing. Uh-oh. Okay, alright. We found the first army. Now, we can wait until they lock. And then pile everyone else in. Who's he going for first? He's going straight for Pasca's revenge. Couldn't write the story better myself. As soon as they lock, should be on around the 15th of March. Uh oh, we've got another one over there. All right, looks like we've got some resistance. This is what I was expecting. Oh, he switched. He switched direction. That's fine. That's fine. We're going to keep going this way. We're going to keep moving people further over towards that fight. Where's Spartacus? Spartacus. There he is. Oh, Spartacus mercenaries are at the front of this battle as well. A wealthy patron, the city of Kirkinitis has been often overlooked by wealthy patrons of our capital. Today, however, Stratus, your Pascha, has offered to spend a sizable quantity of his own wealth on constructing a grand temple. Yeah, sure, go for it. Okay, they're locked. And these guys are moving in as well. So now it's time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. It's in our favor, at least. Godspeed, Spartacus. He's like the bait. Alright, he's in the battle. That guy has command, but negative terrain. 2 negative terrain, so technically our guy's in the lead. For his first battle, he's probably terrified. He didn't want it. He didn't sign up for this. He's supposed to be a governor. Oh my god, we just pulled that out of the bag. That was so close. There was a day in it. That's alright. That's alright. We're in there. Come on. I probably should have forced marched in hindsight, but hey, we got it. We've got it. Beautiful. That is how it's done. Alright, nice. Well, it's not how it's done. Actually, that was terrible. But we did it. It was so unnecessarily close. Hey, let's keep going. Let's now start pushing out. Spread the armies far and wide. Oh, we wait for that siege to be taken. So that's the first win. That's good. 1 Phrygian army down. Probably like 20 to go. And the siege is almost done. And we're just building war score. Remember, all we got to do is just peace out when we have them at the amount we want. Which won't be that much, really. Okay, good, good. This is good. Still no real attack from the west, which is awesome. Got very lucky there. I can't believe they haven't come through Getia. Who do we send? We could send someone that's in jail. Let's just send him. He's a guy from Sinope, I think, that's in jail. Might have been Paphlagonia, actually. Alright, this is good. We're up to 60,000 manpower. We're lacking only 5,000 men. We're lacking from the army. This is barely anything, because it's mostly mercenaries that are taking the losses here. That siege is still going. I want to circle around it, meet up with that army. Who's doing the siege, by the way? It's Tripuskar. Okay. Keeping everyone, you know, one territory away from each other so that we can quickly maneuver and jump onto the same battle, but we're still spread out to the point where we're not taking that much attrition from the terrain. Look how far down we've gone. Wow. And there's roads here and everything that make it go a little bit quicker. Okay, so do we push on this way? I don't like the idea of going this way too much. I want to go this way. So we're going to start moving to the right. So we're going to shift everyone 1 to the right. It's just a little edging to the right. No problem. Excellent. This is going very well. Looks like Sinope are snaking across. Ah, but Phrygia are now up in our territory up here. It's alright. We'll just have to deal with that. That's so annoying. They just ignored everyone else they're at war with. Pontus, Cappadocia, all of them. They're like, nah, I'll just go through. Go to the Bosporans. I guess the Bosporans are wrecking them. Okay, can't really move any more there. How are we doing? Still no more signs of armies. This is going very, very, very well. How's Philip doing? 66. He's still alright. Leo's doing good. Look at that. 10. Castrated. Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Doesn't care. He's doing great. 10, 8, 7, 4. Pretty good, actually. He's still not married, though. And he's next in line. But he can't have kids, so I don't know if there's any point. Other than, I guess, when he's a ruler, to have someone offset his skills. He's negative 10 fertility. I wonder, is there any chance? It says there's like no chance of him having kids, but I wonder if he got someone that was like really fertile. Because it's just a number. I wonder, could it be brought up? There's like some amazing chance that he... Doesn't just make any sense. Alright, Olympics concluded. We didn't win. That siege has to be over now. And that's going to be like boom, 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 boom. It's going to capture so much. I don't know how we couldn't get to Legna, though. Should be able to get there. The Siege of Athenian is won. You can go finish the job and get in there. This is awesome. Dude, this is like randomly really easy. Compared to when you think about a couple episodes ago when Phrygia was just lined up waiting for us. That's the power of attacking someone who's busy with some other wars, you know? They still have the same numbers. They still have 239 cohorts. But they're just not really coordinating properly right now. Or assessing the correct threat. Which of course is the Bosporan Kingdom. We'll have to have a look at when we can peace out. I don't want to peace out yet. We want to get all this. I can't get all this in the war, I'm sure, but we could probably get 2 provinces out of them. The 2 we've claimed, at least. We don't even need to get it. I mean, because we have the capitals, right? So we just go like that. What the hell? Is that a different capital? Oh, it is, actually. Let me see. So they say no to this. I think we can get more. I think we could get all this. What are we up to? 54, negative 78. And how are they doing? They actually never... Oh, they did take it. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, let's just keep pushing on. If we just keep taking territories and blitzing across them, this should be fine. We'll just make sure we have people in reserve just in case it all goes wrong. But for now, I think we're okay. It's crazy the amount of, like, this is why you should build so many forts as well. If you're playing multiplayer, like, people are like, oh, you have redundant forts. Not really. It's like when the first ones fall, we have a second line. It's actually pretty good. Buys you a lot of time. Imagine how much longer it would have taken if we had to if we hit forts. Oh, look at Egypt. There you go. Finally. Love to see it. Oh, we've got another fort here. Should we bother? Where's your Pasca's cavalry? Your Pasca's revenge. Hit the cities. He's going to get a little brash and brazen. Everyone's like, no, your Pasca, get back in line. Well, he's miles away now, but he's ignoring orders and he's running far ahead, just like his father. Phrygia better be scared, man. To get some people down to back up your Pasca just in case. Alright, let's keep going. Carthage want vegetables. Sorry, can't do that. Salt? Absolutely. Cotinia can have as much salt as they want. Ooh. So we are getting our first invasion from the west. If we could turn around and come up there and help Cotinia finish those guys off, that'd be great. The Orlosian troops mobilized. Uh-oh. So this guy was disloyal. He was 71 and I said don't worry about it. Now he's got some troops of his own. That's not that big of a deal. Whilst matters are not hostile yet, such an act could provoke a civil war if left unattended. That's true, but in reality, 12 troops, our place is so loyal that we just don't have to worry about it. The power base is just far too low. Alright, how are we doing? We're up to 58, negative 76, so we need to gain 18 score. And all this pops that are coming back home. Beautiful. How much have we gotten so far? 175. Yeah, boy. What is it? Whoops. What are they up to now, pop-wise? 4,887. What am I at? 3,000. Dude. Considering the size of Phrygia, with their 331 territories, they've got 130 territories more, but only... Well, I guess they have 2,000 pops more. I guess that's fair. Still, I feel like we've stolen a lot. I'd love to go back and count up how many pops we've taken in total from Phrygia over like the last 50 years, or all the episodes, I guess. It must be somewhere like, I don't know, 500? Pretty crazy. And killed probably like 200. Maybe even more. Look at this, Zargadavar all the way down here as well, helping out. This is great. Look at this, we've blitzed them. Oh shit, okay, here we go. Just gotta keep an eye out for this stuff. That's 52 Thaui. One army as well. They are not messing around. That's a thick army. Who will they be coming up on? Probably your Pasca's Revenge, actually, so let's just run up that way, just in case. If we could be on the river tile. We are on the river tile, but they don't have to necessarily cross the river, I don't think, to get to us. They're heading back down there. Okay, well, if we could avoid this fight, that'd be ideal. Looks like they might be going for these poor saps. Taking a lot more attrition when we piled onto each other there. What are we up to? See, we're only at 55,000 manpower. We have not lost that much in this war so far from attrition and things. This is going very, very well. There's still a big no-no. 10 points away, though. Not too far now. About to take the other siege. Oh, yeah, look at them. Zargadava, get out of there. What are you doing? Oh, go, go, go. It's a cavalry unit as well. They should be able to escape. Oh, we lost the governor. Sorry, my bad. Whoa, level 14 finesse. It'd be a waste putting him up here. He's only 16. Oh, man, we have to put him on research. He's too good not to be on research. Yeah. We'll put that other guy up here. There you go, dude. Have fun. All right. Let's move down to the river with the big army. These guys can keep camping for now. Driving up that score. Don't like this tune. Just gonna change it. It's very God of War, that song. Alright, 55,000. Let's just pull back one. Oh yeah, it looks like they're gonna try and engage us here. It looks like they are gonna get us if we don't. It might not be us, it might be the... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Try and just find good terrain here, really, to fight them on. Your Pasca's Revenge. Always the bait. Salt, cloth. No, no. Don't want grain or fish. Any food I keep saying no to. What are we up to now? 34. Come on, that's got to be close. 65. So we're only 6 points behind. 6 points, and we can get all that in a fat, fat war. Looks like they might be heading to stop the siege. They're really determined to get in that 1,000. Petition. The wealthier residents of Istros have sent a formal petition on behalf of the entire province complaining about the harsh ways of their governor, Sosthenes. It seems that his taxation policy is causing quite a furore amongst landowners who are having to work their slaves to the bone in order to meet tax quotas. It is certainly unusual for our subjects to complain in such a manner. Perhaps we ought to consider their arguments carefully. Nonsense. This is a fine job. He's doing great. What's his loyalty? 63? That's good. Send a representative to ensure that rules are being followed. I kind of like that one, yeah. Although, he gains 10 corruption. He's already 40 corrupt. That's pretty corrupt, in fairness. You know what? I'm going to say... So he's going to gain 10 corruption either way. I'm going to say, nonsense, he's doing a fine job. But then we're going to put him... Oh, I was going to do corruption sanctions, but he's crafty, so we can't. Corruption sanctions would have taken away 40 loyalty and taken all his corruption away, but that would have meant he was still at 33%. He would have been fined for a bribe, one bribe or something. But he's crafty, so... Gets around us that way. Oh well, we'll just have to leave him there. I'll have to leave him there. I mean, I could take him off, actually, but I'll leave him. It's fine. Looks like these guys are really going to fight us on the fort, aren't they? Let's edge ourselves a little closer to them. Might be a big battle against this 56k. I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Pretenders and cultures can now be supported, so there's a crisis over there. There's always a constant crisis over there. Yeah, alright, they're coming in to fight us. You know what? We could just back away. We don't necessarily need this territory. We could win this war without taking that siege. It's not that important. It's not worth the fight. Let's just get out of there. Is it us that will get away? We'll get away on the 30th of July. They'll arrive on the 3rd of August. So it's the Zargadava guys that are going to get screwed. Which, you know, I feel bad about, I guess. But not much I can do about that. God, I feel like my voice is going away. Let's get the hell out of there, huh? Per Zargadava. Is that going to hurt my chances at peace here? We're 1 point away. Let's just grab something quickly. These 2 territories, that'll be it. Holy crap, look at this. Sinope just blitzed all the way to the coast. And Egypt as well. God bless you. Oh, they're coming for a battle now. Let's get out of here. We can take the road. They won't catch us. They shouldn't catch us with the road. Jesus, I just burped huge. Alright, I listen back to some of these Let's Plays every now and then. I actually listen to almost all of them all the way through, which is weird, but I catch myself burping a lot. Makes me think I have some issue. Hopefully you guys don't notice it too much. Oh, we might have another battle. Let's see if we can just peace out real quick. Damn it, we can't. I'm going to help these guys out. We're not going to give up on them just yet. Yeah, this should be fine. We can get in there. Come on now. Oh no, it's Spartacus. 11th of September. Damn. 15th of September. Looks like they're going to win that fight. So 14th September and 12th. So he's actually going to take longer with the force march. So it wasn't worth stopping and then starting again. Alright, that's okay. Just fall back over here then. Alright, it's okay. He's had a loss. It's alright. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're doing great. You're doing great. Nobody expected anything more from you. Let's get down there quickly. Oh, dude, we're losing. We're lacking a lot. Last major battle -10. That's why we need to win. Looks like we're gonna get one as well. Yeah, this is a win. Whoa, careful, don't go that way. Just make sure both of these guys arrive to that fight. If this 56k arrives, we need to be in there. I was hoping we'd avoid this combat just so we could save the manpower. Doesn't look like it though. Maybe if we just win. We won a battle? What is this? Oh! It's the disloyal army. He's gone west. He's taking names. Holy shit, look at that. That's great. Thank you for being disloyal. Or raising your own army, I guess. Alright, victory. Dude, that should be enough. Yes, it is. We don't have to fight the next fight. 71 to 67. Look at that. Peace with Phrygia. Oh, it looks good, man. Look at that. Dude, we're getting close to the end of the series. Not much left to go now. Phrygia actually gained territory here. They took out a Misos. They must have separated the peace with them and taken it for themselves. Damn, a bit of a shame. Maybe I could have gotten that little bit of extra if we put a little more time into it. But whatever. I just didn't want that battle. I didn't want the hassle. We just want to peace out. We're in other wars. Let's, we can get this at another time. Phrygia will probably end up taking this territory for Macedon, I would assume. So it might not be the last we've seen of them. Next in line is going to be Colchester, though. Alright, well done, guys. Everyone did great. Let's all go home. Let's make sure we're just spread out, though. Don't want to step on each other's toes. Something like that. Okay? Yeah? Everybody good? Alright, let's go home. Then we're going to come over and help Cotinia finish their battles. But that was great. Look at that. I can't believe it. I knew it, man. I knew it. Once I saw that so many people were at war with them, I was like, their armies have to be busy somewhere else. They weren't going to queue up all 200k around here again. And then because I looked at the start of the episode and I was like, I've got a lot of armies right here. They're busy in a war. We could just blitz it and capture it real quick. Now, I actually didn't get it as quick as I thought. The war score does take a little bit longer than I thought to tick up. They definitely could have reacted better and pushed me back. But I thought when I saw an army appear, I was like, oh, it might start ticking around me. But no, not really. So yeah, awesome. That was pretty easy, to be honest. We did not take many losses. For a war against someone that big, we only lost, from our starting manpower, 20,000? Not even? Very good. Okay, so... Salt, again. Someone's producing a lot of salt or something, because we keep getting salt requests. Alright, we just gotta wait for everyone to get back. Do we have a governor down here? Yes, we do. We have Kephidoros. So this is all the province of Bithynia? That is huge province. Look at that. It goes from there to there. It's all the same province. So we have Kephidoros working on it with his borderlands policy and 13 finesse. Awesome. This is great. All right, cool. So Spartakid also didn't do great, if we're going to be honest, in terms of military prowess. Didn't gain any traits because he didn't win any battles, I don't think. He did take territories, though, but, you know, whatever. All right, there's a bit of a gap. Let's start going. Get back in our own territory now. Our newly found Bithynia superior territory. Looking good. We're up to 3,000 gold per month. Let's give a stability hit because we're losing stability. Military experience is kind of nice as well. That has slowed considerably, I've noticed. Just in general. We never lost any territory in the west either. And it looks like Cotinia are dominating in the west. We don't even really need to go over there, but just to show face, we'll head over. I wonder, are these guys going to win their war against Phrygia? Because Phrygia seem to be piecing them out separately, but Sofen, I keep calling them Sofen, Sinope have a ton of territory out there. Alright, the armies are making their way home. Didn't need to use the navies at all in that one either. Be interested to see if Cotinia get much bigger. They're at 142 cities already. Slaves of Madawasko are revolting. The rebellion will be crushed. They're heading into someone else's territory, which is actually kind of nice. Now, but they might come back. Might have to get some boats and ship one of our armies around. Who do we have here? Yeah, let's get him to go around. Kasaki's 5th. I think their war. Yeah, their war is over. Cotinia has won their war, or it's ended at least. Hard to see. Yeah, oh yeah, they won. 143. Oh, I can't remember if it was much different than that. It looks like they won. I don't remember them being all the way up here. This is Cotinian territory now. Seems like they did, and that's who they are at war with. They're thick. I hope they like me. They're like, hey, yeah, cool. You helped, aided us prior, plus 24, even though we didn't do anything. But okay. Our fort captured a piece of territory. Although our rebel army did do some stuff. So maybe that's what counts. Alright, so that is the war over. What a successful war. That's the best war we've ever had. And against the biggest player in the game, pretty much. One of the biggest powers in the game. I think Moria are probably the biggest. 666 cities, 324,000 in the field, and 800,000 manpower reserve. Yikes. Cloth. Vegetables. Alright, we can just slow things down. Let's stop paying for the troops just for now. We'll keep the forts on because we have that slave rebellion just in case. And the fleets. Alright, so let's have a look around. Let's have a look at some cities that we could be building things in. I think I'm just going to go again with more forums. Just increase that. I know it's not 100% ideal to put these everywhere, but I'm okay with doing it for now. So that's just like a whole bunch of forums that we're building. And then any room left, we'll build more libraries. That seems like it's the only two things I ever really build. And then after a while, I'll start like looking for trade hubs and being like, okay, yeah, put down a marketplace and stuff. Citizens abroad. Some of our citizens left Theodosia Taurica to settle down in our vassal Heniokia city of Palia Achaia, Abaskoi. As they got more used to our ways and learned from our citizens, we hope Heniokia will be able to advance and become more civilized as well. I know, I keep hoping that, but they don't. They really just don't. Be great if they did, because otherwise I'm going to have to go to war with them soon to get the final piece of the puzzle. We are now only lacking a piece of Phrygian territory, a piece of Colchis, Trapezos, and then Heniokia. So even I thought I would have had to go to war with Abyskai or whatever they were called that were here. Amisos, that was it. If I had to go to war with Amisos, then all of these dudes would have came in again. But this time, now that they're not there, it's not going to be nearly as bad just attacking Phrygia for that, because we can at least hold that, build some forts or something, and we should be fine. Colchis maybe will be a bit difficult. They have Paphlagonia, Iberia, and Sofen. So, you know, this nation here, this one here, and Paphlagonia. So that'll probably be our last big war, and then maybe we'll just somehow jump on our vassal. I'd like to jump on the vassal first. It'd be an awful end to the series if our last war was just killing one of our own vassals. It'd be quite boring. Although, who knows? They might pick up allies or something, make it challenging, but I doubt it. Look at that. I'm loving the borders, man. They look so good. Pontus Exunis, man, looks so good. Looking sweet. So we are 150 years into the game. Interesting if you guys have the game to challenge yourself to do this. I'm playing on hard. And obviously made some pretty grave errors, I would say, early on. And, you know, it's debatable whether or not you should go for tribal vassals. They provided manpower, but really owning those territories at this rate would have been far, far better, especially long term, right? It's nice to have them, though. It was nice to explore the different options. We did almost everything you can do in the game in this run-through, as much as you can do as a monarchy anyway, which is pretty sweet. We got some naval action. We had lots of battles. I'm talking as if the series is ending. We're still going to go for a few more episodes, I'm sure. Who knows? We might get attacked by some more people like Macedon. Phrygia aren't done until they're done. They are kind of collapsing in, it seems, though. They're getting eroded from the north to the south. Egypt are getting quite big. But as long as they're happy with us, Egypt are a good ally to have, I think. Not really too worried about that. Alright, most people are back now. Are we taking attrition? We still are taking a bit of attrition, so let's find out where. Alright, let's turn off that. Let's get rid of some of these mercenaries. These guys, for instance, they can go. Timurkard's mercenaries, see you later. You did great. There's another Timurkard mercenary here. See you later. You did great. Now, Spartacus mercenaries, I'm also going to send him back. You did okay. Maybe Macedon will buy you for their war. I don't know. So he's going to return back to here, I think, is where we left him. Abdera and Rhodope. Might be worth building some forts, I guess. So let's delete that. Build a fort there. Build one here. Oh, perfect area for one, actually. Because it's on a river. It has forest terrain. So perfect. Don't really need a marketplace with this many citizens. And then we can get one here, maybe. Cool. So that's going to give us full coverage to get in, which is perfect. Excellent. All right, speed things up. Now with our money, we can finally start investing in some new tech. Export value increased. Yes, please. National Freeman output. Yes, please. Maybe 2 more. Freeman happiness. Yes, please. And national manpower. Yes, please. All right, so that's going to increase the manpower in general as well. Awesome. Leostratus is 3rd. I like to think, I never thought of it now, but maybe, do you think maybe our castrated Leostratus would kind of enforce that on his troops, or is that going too far? Is his whole army unsullied, or is it just him? I'll let you figure that one out. Famine is spreading. Officials from the Heracleotis bring dire news that the panic and scarcity of the neighboring province of Paphlagonia and Phrygia seeped into their area. As the wealthy stockpile inordinate amounts of food and refugees from Paphlagonia and Phrygia put a strain on the supply. Without our interference, the situation could get out of hand. We must contain it now. He'll get loyalty. I'm not too sure what this means. So what, we're just losing food and people are spilling over to... So yeah, shortage is eased. Okay, we'll contain it. Let me just have another read. Sorry, I don't really understand. That the panic and scarcity of their neighboring province of Paphlagonia and Phrygia. So this is in the neighboring province. This is... Okay. Heracleotis is saying that the neighboring... Oh, I see. I see. So yeah, okay. So Paphlagonia is is lacking food, and Heracleotis is saying like that's causing a problem in their area, so we must contain it. I see. Just wasn't too sure. I thought Heracleotis was a city, and not a province. Are they actually scarce for food though? They don't seem it, so it's a bit of a unusual one. The Return of Spartacus. After that war, many long years ago. This is a bit silly because we had him ourselves, but whatever. Spartacus the Hellen Spartacus was sent out into the world with an army of Bosporan soldiers under his command. Stories have been heard across our realm, the many exploits and successes of Spartacus. Even the bards still sing of the glorious sacking of blank. There's okay, that wasn't filled in because I guess he never did. In which Spartacus is said to have routed the defenders almost single-handedly. What a load of old arse this is. Tales of deeds and misdeed aside, Spartacus has returned in good spirits and with a sizable quantity of wealth. We ought to be wary of his newfound standing amongst our court. So he's gained 1 finesse. Oh my god. Oh, that's so stupid. He has 26 martial. He went from 8 to 26. That's exactly what someone said would happen. That's ridiculously broken. It says he's gained 1. And he's up to 26. He should be on 9. Hang on a second. I wonder, can I actually still find him? No, I guess he's gone. That is so stupid. It's like brokenly high. You know what I mean? That's broken how high that is. I'm not going to play along and pretend like he did something great. That's not true. You know? Because think about it. If I put him on technology, it's like insanely fast tech rate. Or if I put him on government, if he got him to rule, the army morale recovery would be 26%. So it would take 4 months for our armies to regenerate everywhere. And the manpower and all. Oh, it's ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. He's got an inflammation. I might just let him die. Oh, God. So that seems to be a bug when you send your own guy away. That's what someone said in the comments. They're like, oh, if you send your own guy with, or if you hire your own mercenary, it'll be really high. I don't know why that's the case. It went from 26 down to 21. It just went down a lot. Okay, I wonder why. What has he got that's base 19? So it just straight up affects his base amount. And he's seeking his own treatment now. Look at that. He's taking care of himself with his own money. Oh, well. What can you do? I mean, if he went off to some other empire and he came back, at least then I could maybe like play along and be like, oh, wow, he really learned the ropes. But for us, we saw what he did. Yeah, sure, he sacked some towns. He fought alongside some of the best. But even still, you can't just become like the greatest of all time. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know what to do with him now. We'll probably just put him on governorship like he was before. He was down here before. He gained 1 finesse. I appreciate that. So I think I'll just do that. I think this is a fair thing to do. Find him a wife as well, I guess. Need to find our main guy a wife. It seems like he's going to be the next ruler no matter what. Despite being castrated. He would like someone with high zeal, though. I don't see anyone like that coming along for a while. And I think that's what his brother ultimately wants as well. Someone with good charisma, I suppose. Let's see if we can find someone along those lines. This woman is 39. She's got 7. She's a bit old. Just a little bit. Want to be able to have kids. He's going to be his kids are going to be the next to rule. He will rule probably when his brother dies. If he outlives his brother, that is. I mean, 5 is slightly higher than what we have. She's a Tripuscar, which we've seen a lot. I'm tempted. Your Pasca is kind of cool just because her, if I remember correctly, her father was the one who died in prison. And he was obviously the nephew of Cassic's cavalry. So she's kind of cool. You know, we've got some history with her. And I just recognize her. That's how I know her. But, I mean, he's 30 years old. You know, they're getting on a bit. They really do need to marry. I can't keep holding off. There's no one else coming. Let's see. Let's just have a look at what's coming down the pipes. Female. Ugh. All right. Let's go. Well, who's next? Yes. Aristagora Rohini. She's 7 on charisma. That'd be much more ideal for our boy. And then anyone coming down the pipes with good zeal? Nothing higher than 5. So we'll just have to go with that for our immediate ruler. Or our next in line, I should say. So yeah, 5. So Glycera, Tripuscar, or a Carsid. Now I like the idea of going with her. The Carsid, just because I recognize the Carsid name a bit more. Tripuscar we've had actually since the beginning of the game, I think, but Carsids of, you know, I think her father was the one who died in prison, yes. So, you know, we've got, again, a bit of history there. These 2 boys, this seems to be part of that generation, you know, just the children of these people that died in these wars and their father who fought alongside them. It's pretty cool. So we'll go with her. Pamphile Carsid. So 5 zeal. Nothing crazy to kind of really offset what he's got already, but she's good nevertheless. If he falls really ill or something, she might take over on the martial side. She's steadfast, cold, and epileptic. Oh, she's got a bit of an issue, but whatever, we'll take her on anyway. Seek her some treatment. A suitable match. While Leostratus has enjoyed life immensely as a man of leisure, he summoned an envoy this very morning to deliver a proposal of marriage to the fabulous young maiden Pamphile, hoping to produce heirs to further legitimize the Spartan dynasty. Despite the appearance of Athenodorus, head of the Carsid family, it seems that all concerns were salved by the fine clothes that Leostratus had offered up in support of his proposal. Okay, so we didn't have to fork out anything for Athenodorus. So Athenodorus, you know, his father died in jail, and so did hers. Oh yeah, because they're brother and sister. Yeah. I was thinking. All right, cool. There you go. So let's see, what's up with you? Can we heal you? No, because you're epileptic, so we can't do anything about that. But there you go. She's all done and dusted. Let's get his brother in. Oh, his brother's gonna go with the next in line. She's like what, 15 or something. So we'll wait for that. That's ridiculous. I can't get over that martial skill right now. It's just sickening. But yeah, I was gonna put him back on this actually. So we're gonna make him the governor of. It's tempting to make him the governor of the new territory, Bithynia. Just because, like, oh, he fought there. So it's kind of like, oh, yeah, you know, you captured this area. Makes a bit of sense. But we have a really good governor there right now. So maybe we'll just wait a little while. Bide our time before putting him in charge of that guy when he dies. Although, he's only 55, so he's probably not going to go away anytime soon. Yeah, okay, so sorry for going around in circles. I'm very indecisive sometimes. Sosthenes is level 10. Oh, I don't know. This guy's only level 6. We'll put him up here then. We'll put him up here. Makes a bit more sense. How's his loyalty? 81, so he can take the hit on losing his job. Alright, so Spartacus is going to go up here, and he's going to really convert the culture, I think. That's kind of what he wants to do. Culture's pretty good there. Cool, so the culture's just kind of bad here. But generally speaking, yeah, here it could be improved a little bit. And here we could acquire some money. And here you can also convert. And is there any colonizations left? Things have slowed down because now it's not like the main provinces, regions that we can build out of. The conversions are slowing down again. That's alright. Okay, cool. So now we're gaining manpower at a pretty good rate. Again, we've taken a little bit of attrition up here, but try Priscilla second. You just need to find a good home. Here. And now this town is a little bit safer, which is good. We'll build a fort here, maybe. Entire province is disloyal. Oh, wow. Huh. Didn't expect that. Why? What's wrong with them? They're pretty happy. Maybe not that happy, actually. Some of them are quite unhappy. So loyalty's going down, mostly because... It's not that much, really. A little bit because of him. Because he's corrupt, maybe? 20% corruption, 45% loyalty. You'd think with 13... So let's just go local autonomy. This will make them happy to the point where this should start going up. I think. Gotta wait for the month tick and then we'll find out. I think so anyway. Wow, no. Even with making everybody happy. That seems crazy to me. I'll look in again. It could be the low food situation recently as well. Yeah, like the happiness is really high here. I just don't see why this would be the case. Okay, we're exporting iron, giving us a discipline benefit. Okay, what's left? We don't need to do any decisions. How many territories are we up to now? 219. Nice. Good grab. That was a really great grab. Very interested to see how this Phrygian war ends. The good news as well is we've also pieced them out for 10 years or so. We'll have to start raising more of our own armies again soon, because we're still reliant on a lot of mercenaries. Oh, actually, just the one. Sorry, I thought it was more than that. Just the one. Not too bad then, actually, at all. Just the one mercenary unit over here. Kaliarchid's mercenaries. This guy with this weird face. We can actually bribe him. Why would we want to do that? Just to gain loyalty. That's fine, though. Alright, cool. Don't think we need to be founding any new cities. We built 2 here. The twin cities in Thrace. Bad research ratio. Oh man, it's dropped by like 15-20%. Need to be looking out here to see what's going on. We're converting the culture, which isn't really a great idea. Oh shit. There's a lot of slaves here. 98. Let's do promotion, social mobility, so they'll promote up faster. Is there any cities, actually? This is a city. This is a city. That isn't. Maybe we could found a new city then. 2 should be actually enough. So let's just get rid of some things. We don't need the tax office. We probably don't need the marketplace. And we'll just go with increasing to libraries. So why are they so bad? It's because slave estates are everywhere, I think. This might be something I adjust in between sessions because these are the kind of things that take ages to fix, but if there was more barracks, we'd get rid of a lot of these slaves. Yeah, wow, this is still going down. Huh. Is he doing something that would make this... Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. It could be the corruption, I guess. Effective governor. Commerce is up. He's like a really great governor. He should be... It should be high. So it makes me think that 20%... So, okay then. Corruption sanctions would cost 20 loyalty and 20 corruption. And this would give him 20 loyalty and 5 corruption. So we'll do a bribe. So he's up to 64 now. And then we'll lose... We'll impose corruption sanctions. He'll lose all of his corruption. And he'll go down to 38 loyalty. Now, he's not going to like that for a while. But we can hopefully do something to bring that up. We could give him free hands, actually, which will just gain his corruption. But at 0 corruption, now I'm guessing... Yeah, now it's going up. So, wow, corruption was that negative. So that was playing in a... It's not even... It's still minus 0.02 for him. But it's raised the loyalty of all the individual cities or territories. Which makes you think, I guess, that they really need to be a lot higher on their unrest scale. That's a strange one. I don't know. I'm kind of confused about that, but whatever. It just seems like that should be going up way more than it is. Way more. And it's a negative 0.05 right now for him. So it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse for him personally. Yeah, weird. I'll have to look at that in between just to kind of understand exactly why that's happening. I'm probably missing something very obvious. Alright, you know what? I think that's going to be pretty much it there for this episode. So that was a great run of a war. I mean, I can't believe it was actually that easy. And now we've got a 23-star general. But no, we're not going to use him. That'd be just bullshit if we did. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this episode. We're going to be looking to go for Colchester next. We're basically in a position to do it. We, raise our manpower just a little bit more. But we have 67,000 now, which is great. And then we're going to see what we can do to claim on Colchester, take them out. And yeah, I guess go release our vassal and take one of them out as well for the extra coastline. We're coming to the end, guys. We are coming to the end. I don't think I'm going to continue beyond getting our initial goal of the Black Sea, because then we're going to start the next Let's Play that people voted for over on Patreon. But we'll see. If there's a lot of clamoring to continue this, I guess maybe I'll consider it. But I feel like this was our goal, and I don't know necessarily that I have anything more to show or do with this particular campaign. We're only halfway through, though. I mean, you have another 130 years in the game before it hits endgame. I don't know what we try and do other than just go for Greece. The coastline's all down here. Try to get as much coastline as possible. I guess that would be our only goal. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Remember, I'll be starting another one. I was thinking of doing a kind of a tribal vassal, or just a tribe over here that tries to relocate somewhere and then also settle down as a republic. I think that'd be a pretty cool challenge. I'm not very familiar with tribes. I'll have to really break out the rule book for that one to learn how to really do well with it. It's a difficult way to play. All right, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate all the support we've been getting on these episodes. Thank you so much as well to our patrons. And I'll see you in the next one.